Well, not long ago that a country in the western side of Africa, Niger, actually had a coup where a military leader is sent to the highest office in the country. Recently, he has been making some bold move with some other coup members in a different country like Mali, Burkina Faso's coup leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, and also Guinea-Bissau, creating new force called the Sahel. Okay, recently he has also taken some bold step that the world is talking about is, and the world is actually is like, how is this guy moving? Well, we'll see this. So recently, the coup leader of Niger came out and says, France must pay the money looted from Niger over 65 years in cash. Shared by Global Eye News. Okay, so Global Eye News recently shared a post that says that France must pay the money they looted from Niger in the past 65 years in cash. How bold can one be? Someone, not all nations, but France, one of the most notorious countries, to pay you 65 years looted money in cash. Does France have that money? Come on. No, the question is, will France even pay? Well, that is it. But this is a bold step the Nigerian coup leader has taken. And some Africans are actually applauding him for that. Others are saying that, bro, this is not going to work. How do you expect France to pay that? And also in cash. Some people are also saying that who actually deals with cash these days? The world have actually evolved to gold and different kind of things, but really cash. Well, let's see how this story is. Let's go. All right, so under the comment section, these are what some Africans thought. This one says France is ranked 4th largest gold reserves in the world. The biggest question is, where do they mine this gold? Okay, so France have one of the biggest gold deposits, but one is saying that there's no mines of gold in France. Where did they get this from? Okay, this one also says not just France, all other colonizers, including British, must return the loot. Africa is standing up against the bullies. Okay, so when this was shared that the coup leader or the leader of Niger right now said this, some Africans were actually happy and saying that hopefully it will come to pass, and at least they will demand for the betterment of the looted things that have been looted for the continent for the past 65 years after colonization and also in neo-colonization. That is what is happening in Niger. Alright, so this is what's happening. But right now, I need to ask you guys some quick questions. The question here is that, first of all, do you think France will be able to pay 65 years looted items in cash? That's the first thing, though. Secondly, do you also think it's right that the government, this this military rule leader is demanding this in this time? And do you also believe that he actually is different from the politician that they overthrew? That he believed that if he was at least giving this money from France, let's say about $10 billion, do you believe him to actually do something with that money? That's the question we need to ask ourselves too. Because can you actually trust a military leader for this kind of things too? Well, the question lies in your hands. I want to see what you think or your takes on these. Do you believe that France will actually pay that in cash though? And also believe that these people or this leader will also put it into work in case they have been paid this looted money, because African leaders can actually not be trusted. So let me know your point of view here, and let's continue with this story. All right, let's go. All right, so this one came in and says in gold will have been better. Yep, I said it. Somebody saying that it shouldn't have been in cash, but rather in gold will have been a better thing than this one. Okay, so deeper into the story, it says Niger coup leader Tachini asked for compensation from France, a century of colonial plunder. So this news was shared in 7 months ago, but it also got triggered again when Tachini still is on it. He's still saying that France needs to pay them back. Alright, so it says the leader of the military junta of Niger, General Abdulrahmani Tachini, demanded compensation from France for more than a century of colonial and neo-colonial plundering of the natural resources of the West African country. In quotes, France has uncontrollably plundered our resources for more than 100 years during the period of colonial and neo-colonial rule, the head of state said in an interview. Okay, so that's what he's saying. He's saying that not only just before colonial, but after colonial, France is still plundering them, and now he is demanding for their rooted money back. But the question is, how much is bro even asking for? Did he have a better accountability for how much France have taken so far? how does he even get to a conclusion that they have been looted for the 65 years he's talking about here? Well, these are all some serious questions we need to ask, but hopefully at least there's an African leader standing up for Africans this time around, so he needs our support though. He needs it. But I doubt that France will actually pay. Not now, not this Macron's France. I'm not sure about that one. That guy is one person. I don't believe he will actually mind this guy. He's so much. He's some different kind of person here. Well, let's continue with the story. So this one says, the Chinese statement followed those released last Sunday, according to which the military juntas of Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso, they intend to create a single regional currency. The currency is a step out of this colonization, said Tchini, who called the common currency a sign of sovereignty. Okay, so it also says that the three cool leaders in Africa right now, that is in Mali, in Niger, and in Burkina Faso, both or the three of them have come together to create their own personal currency. And he believed, that said by the Niger leader, saying that it is a sign of sovereignty and a sign away from colonial rule. So that is it. So this all is coming about that three countries in the western side of Africa who were actually being held or being colonized by France are saying that they are out of France right now, and they're also going to produce their own money. They are moving away from the CFA, which is actually being stored by France in the France Central Bank in France. Wow, the Francophone country have really suffered under France, and I think it's no news, and it's not actually news that the military people have actually taken over power, because they believe that they are being cheated upon. Okay, but I doubt it that the French president Macron will actually pay for 65 years of looted money. France actually needs more than what he has. What do makes you think he will actually pay? But it's good that someone is actually demanding for something. We should be actually encouraged about that part of it. So it also says the three countries which recently formed the alliance of Sahel states are engaged in the process of recovering their total sovereignty, she added without however. Okay, so they are saying that they are actually in the process of going in for a total sovereignty from France. Well, recently too, Burkina Faso has also bought themselves or owned themselves the two biggest gold mines in Africa. That was on the Burkina Faso land. They are now owning. They bought it for $80 million from British. Okay, so these are some moves that these three African countries are making. They are surely making sure that their three countries are away from colonial rule and also have a deep independence and sovereignty that they are actually craving for. Okay, so this is what's happening in Niger right now. Nigerian president, or the coup leader, or should I say military leader, is saying that France should pay them for their looted things they looted for the past 65 years in cash. Yep. So he's expecting a plane full of cash, about 10 or 100 billions of dollars, to actually land in Niger. France is saying that take your money back. How silly can one be? But it's actually good that they are actually voicing that now, but I doubt it France will actually pay. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think France will actually pay? And do you also believe that it's a good idea that they are actually demanding their looted money in cash also? One will ask, what have you guys even done with the aids that they have been giving to you guys? What have you done with the deals of your natural mineral resources you guys have been doing with it? Now you are actually aiming for looted money. In the past, what can you actually trust? If you have given them money, can you actually trust you that you can actually change Africa? These are some questions we need to ask. Okay, Africa may be looted for 65 years, but we still have enough minerals to actually turn things around. But what do we see? Different stories and different heartbreaks we are seeing right now. If you ask me, I would say let's use the resources we have now in our advantage, and I'm sure they will pay back our looted money. But if you are not, or we are still seeking and asking for aid from them, they are never going to even take us serious. Okay, hopefully our leaders will actually see some light and some way through it, and also do something for the continent and the motherland. Okay, my name is Rashia. Say I was here to tell you what is happening between Niger and France recently, and hopefully you can support a broader nation here, Niger. What do you think? Let me know another comment section. I'll be there to see what you guys have for us. This is African time. Let's discuss Africa. See you guys around.